What's going on, y'all? Hey, how everybody day been going?
Uh, you
Oh
know,
shit, we live in full effect.
Yes,
Ready to
sir.
throw down on this thing.
Yes, sir. We've
yeah,
been prepping for this thing all week.
it looks something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome everybody to Minds of Melanin.
Hey
Where
man, you
we
gotta adhere to the rules of power.
what's that?
Make your shit seem effortless. Don't tell them we've been practicing this all week. Niggas gonna see the video that that's all you got after a week
Perfect.
worth of
We've been
rehearsals.
preparing. We've been preparing. We don't just wake up and be able to just give the fans what they want, just automatically, just boom,
I
boom,
just
boom.
I
It
need
takes
more energy from
preparation.
you, bro. I need more energy from you.
Takes some preparation. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Anyway,
Well,
welcome y'all. Minds of Melanin. How
um,
y'all doing today? Like, share, subscribe. We got a packed show for y'all today, right? We're gonna talk about a little bit of sports, a little bit of
a
Cat
pack
Williams, what
show.
was going on with Shay Club Shay. I know y'all seen that. It's the hottest thing on the internet today, right?
No, it's not. Monster Melon is.
We got a
On
lot going
me.
on. We're gonna talk a little bit about supporting black businesses. We're gonna get after it. All right. We got a lot in store for you. Like, share, subscribe. And guess what? You know how I say it. If your fingers is feeling, no, I ain't gonna say it.
Fuck all
Hit
that.
the
All I
share
got to say is, God damn it, put him down. Put him down. God damn it, put him down. Saw them hoes off. Them damn fat heifers and came across
Hey,
that damn screen and
Look at
just
let
shit they
somebody
home.
bow
motherfucking
your horns
pants.
down,
Look
man.
at
Lord
What's
have
home.
wrong
mercy.
with you?
Look at home.
Y'all let that little no neck boy goddamn throw that ball all over the field on y'all. Y'all he don't be touching his fucking shoulder pads. He just
Hey,
launching that motherfucker on y'all ass.
hey,
God damn.
man. Lottie called me after
Who's that
Alabama
y'all was talking
lost.
about? The heifers? Is that the
Yeah,
new
them.
name?
Yeah, them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
them Texas heifers.
yeah, the heifers.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
You
god.
already know,
Lottie,
Or,
man.
or the Texas
Texas
Tech,
the
the
is
Texas
the hated
cows.
team in all of college football.
All that type of shit.
actually, no,
You
they're
know,
not.
Ain't
They
no
it's
are.
wrong,
always
boy.
yeah, y'all. It's always a good day whenever Texas lose, man. The whole
You
nation
know what's so
celebrates for
funny
Texas.
about it? I'm gonna tell you how I know how Texas is very irrelevant. So when Alabama lost, right, there was a bunch of teams, a bunch of people they posting up fucking Nick Saban memes, Alabama memes, shit like that. When Georgia lost, a whole bunch of memes, people calling them, pups or whatever the case may be. I have yet to see a funny Tennessee, not Tennessee, but Texas meme. Fuck it, same thing. They both
Damn,
irrelevant. But
damn.
I've yet to see
You're not paying
a funny
attention.
meme. Ain't nobody said nothing about y'all
You're
losing.
not
It's
paying
almost like
attention.
there was
Volunteer
no surprise.
heifers.
It was like
You're
there was
not
no
paying attention.
surprise. It was like, yeah, we knew
You're
they was
not.
gonna
You're
get
not
their ass
paying
whooped.
attention, man. Dude.
I was just saying, man.
Nah, bro. Nah. You're not paying
Fucking
attention, man.
sooner.
Nah, just
I'm
saying, bro.
just
You
saying.
just said what you're saying is wrong because you're not paying attention. You not.
What
You
part
clearly
would I
not
say
been
was
paying
wrong?
attention.
What part was what I said was wrong? Would you like to
That
enlighten us,
that
Lottie? Can you
there
show
they
us some of
well
those
you said
memes?
you haven't seen hold on
Can you show me some?
you said you have not seen any Texas memes or anybody celebrating. You're well you may not have seen it, but they're out there.
That's not what I
They are
said. Can
most
you can,
definitely
can
out
you
there.
can you put it on the screen right
Anytime
quick?
it's the same thing. It was the same thing
Just put
as
it up on the
it was
screen.
the same thing as when
Put it up on the
Texas
screen.
lost to Oklahoma. Hmm?
Put it up on the screen. Show it
I'll
to
post.
us.
Hold on,
Oh,
real
that
quick.
was a
Let me see if
dog
I
ass
pull
loss
one.
because
Hold on. Let
Oklahoma
me see
been
if I can. Let
shit
me
the
see if I can
bed ever
scroll
since
through.
that damn game.
Yeah, just show it up there, man. Let us see.
Yeah.
Let us see these
Let me
funny
see if I can find some.
heifer
Ain't
If I found
none.
some on my scroll,
It ain't none.
memes.
Look,
let me no.
the
Let me see if
bandwagon
I can
is
find
open
one. If I can find one, I'll
for
pull one up.
anybody who want to jump in on the
It's been
Michigan
about a week
bandwagon.
now, but
It's open.
I'm
All right.
just saying, Lottie was talking all that shit, and at the
Yeah,
end,
it
it's
was.
all
In
lies.
fact, for the audience out there, I
that's what
think
I do.
last week, when for
That's what
those
I
who
do.
follow us,
You sound real
last week,
cat like.
Lottie was talking he
That's
was
what
talking
I
some
do.
real big boy
And I'm gonna
shit, right?
continue to talk shit too.
From the
Sure.
comfort of
I'm gonna
your
continue to
couch.
talk shit because the only
He
reason why
talked
they
shit.
so
He's
happy and
talking
throwing the
shit
horns
so
now
tough. He was
is
like,
because
he
hold on, check this out, y'all. Check this out, y'all. The only reason why they talking all that shit and happy and throwing the horns down is because the horns beat both of their teams last time we
okay.
played. So I
All
ain't even
right.
worried about it.
So so
We
Lottie,
gonna
can
whoop
you
that Georgia
can you
team again
elaborate?
next.
Can you elaborate for the audience and you tell them what years you was talking about?
2019, we beat Georgia in the bowl game. We gonna do it again this coming
2019.
season
How many
too.
years ago was that?
Yep. About,
It's about a decade ago.
You said 3 or 4 years ago. You said 3 or 4 years ago.
No. You be real confident about them
that.
Texas stats. Now
Wait.
Kind of soft and muffled right now. Huh?
You said, wait a minute. No, you said 2019, and you said that y'all beat Georgia 3 or 4 years ago. 3 or 4, pick one.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years ago. 3, 4, 5
years ago. 3 or 4, pick one.
Doesn't matter. It was years ago.
Nigga,
But I said, but regardless of how long, regardless
y'all ain't gonna be getting on lot dog like this.
Regardless of how long ago it was,
I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save
you. No, you good, Shaw. Regardless of how long ago it was, the fact of the matter is, you lost when you faced the real Texas team.
So here's
you
the
can
thing,
beat up on a jabroni ass team like TCU.
Hold on, bitch. You was the one that got this loss in the semifinal game, motherfucker.
I will say this,
you was the one that didn't make it to the national championship game, nigga. At least the Texas team made it to the natty.
I don't deny that y'all
motherfucker. Y'all failed. Goddamn.
Scorpion. Let me get this. Hold on. Stay with me, baby. Stay with me, baby. Come on now. That W that y'all got, Lottie, is about as outdated as that webcam of yours over there.
Oh, damn. That boy said he got the iPhone 4 camera screen on that bitch. Lord, Jesus Christ. He's still operating off 3G.
Hey, well, if that
was taking up the 5G and the Wi-Fi.
If that's outdated, so those 2 national championships y'all won.
Boy, half the time you be stuck like this.
It's in the past now. It's in the past. And a new champion's about to be crowned.
Well, technically, that
it ain't gonna be y'all, nigga. Now, of course, every year a new champion has to be crowned. Like, what?
So, look, with that being said, Texas is out, Georgia's out, TCU wasn't even in the running.
Oh, don't start with this.
So now we got Michigan and Washington. Like, what does that look like?
It's not even close, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not a Michigan fan. Fuck Big Blue, all that damn that bullshit.
That's disrespectful. Blasphemy.
For comma. I ain't gonna lie, I think y'all gonna whoop up on them boys. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So what's crazy about it?
If they let that little no-neck boy have time.
You see how he was slinging that thing?
I'm about to say, bro. Y'all let that little no-neck boy have time to sling that bitch, y'all might be in trouble.
How he throw a 60-yard pass with his hand not going above his shoulder.
Washington has the worst passing defense in the entire fucking league.
How did they get here though? Right?
Is that receiver y'all got?
The Longhorns.
They have the worst. The worst. Like, I mean, so I don't know if you know what that means. There's no other passing defense that is worse than them currently as it stands. So for that reason, 1, Texas, I don't know how the fuck they didn't get past them. But 2, I don't think Michigan is going to have a problem. I think they're going to be sitting over there eating chicken wings on the sideline like them Georgia boys was last year when they
First of all, you ain't have to bring that shit up. Second of all, fuck you.
I got a question. Where are you getting this from?
They're looking like McGillicuddy.
Hey, where are you getting this from that Washington has the worst defensive pass defense?
Well, they said it all throughout the game while they was whooping y'all's ass. Yeah, the commentator said it the whole time.
I never heard.
Yeah, they did. You might want to go watch that.
All right, look, y'all. Hey. Y'all
you telling me that they went undefeated? No, it's cool, Shaw. So you telling me that they went undefeated and made it to the national championship with the worst pass defense? So you telling me that there is no other college that has a worse pass defense than Washington? So Youngstown State has a better pass defense. Not even ranked. Not even relevant.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Said
who had that settles it? I guess
who had the best
But
defense in the NCAA?
Single out the pass defense, bro. It's about the body of work.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's about the body of work.
Okay.
Is it not though? Because apparently the team with the best body of work is currently, um, I don't
I
know.
mean,
Georgia still scoring
the
on them
team with
boys.
the
Speaking
better
about
body of work.
They
body
didn't
of
even
work
realize
though.
the game was
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Just saying, if
speaking
Florida
about
State
body of
was a
work,
team with
What we
even
got?
better
What you
body
got?
of
What you
work,
got?
it would have been
I was
undefeated
telling
against
y'all
undefeated, not undefeated against losers.
I was telling y'all before we jumped on that that Shannon and Club Shay, man, I'm really enjoying his
It's
show.
all lies.
And he had an interview that he did with old Cat in the Hat. Oh, I mean, sorry, Cat Williams, right?
Yeah, you
And
gonna get
Cat
that
in the
man
Hat no
sued
more.
again, man. You can't say that.
get us.
I didn't know he got sued by had a cease and desist order put on him by Disney. I had no idea.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
But
that's
anyway,
cold.
I
Shit,
thought
hey,
that
you gonna get us soon. Quit talking about that shit,
I was
goddamn.
about to say,
and there you
if Disney
go. I
come for
thought
us, I'm dropping out of this shit.
I'm gonna say, hey, look, hey, bro, I'm Mike Ross, goddamn it. I'm being that bitch. Read the whole motherfucking contract. Hey, you know, according to goddamn paragraph 458
I
subsection.
thought his I thought his interview was hype, man, and I kind of enjoyed it, and it kind of made me go back and look at a few different interviews that he did with a bunch of different people. Talking about
Mm.
Shay, Shannon, that is.
Okay.
I know y'all seen it. It's like the most talked about thing on the internet right now. Shannon, he was talking about today. He got over 11 million views on that interview alone
Mm.
within 48 hours. So it's the hottest thing now.
That shit huge right now,
Hey,
bro.
y'all seen it?
Hell yeah, I seen that shit.
Dropping it in the group
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
goddamn it.
Yeah.
What
Boy
you,
went
Paul,
in
you
on
was the first
everybody.
one to
Yeah, I
drop it,
watched
huh?
it.
What you thought
Bro.
about it?
Boy
I
went on
was
everybody.
so entertained by that interview, bro. But I like Cat Williams though. Now, how valid is everything that he was saying, bro? I don't know. I don't know Cat, and I don't know the people he was talking about, so I can only look at it from an outsider's perspective. I think there's like a slight evidence or proof that some of the stuff that he said was true. Like even his popularity, like you just said, he went on Club Shay and 11 million views like that. Like that's the power of Cat Williams. So you would think that that person would be
I don't
in
think
the
that's the
front.
power of Cat Williams, bro.
Why you say no?
I think that's the power of goddamn being messy. Like, well, I'm not gonna say what he did was messy, but that's the power of like speaking your truth. Like he spoke his truth, and I mean, like controversy sells, bro. It don't matter what the fuck you talk about. If it's controversial, it's gonna sell. If you trying to out some people, if you quote unquote, and I'm not saying he's not telling the truth, but if you are, telling the truth about something, like anytime truth is mentioned in the video title, motherfuckers gonna click that shit. Like that's how it is, especially with like
Hint,
Instagram
hint.
and TikTok and all these algorithms and shit. You
But
know,
even in
people
that,
gonna
that's
click
something
shit.
that Cat usually does. So you would think that
Oh
that
yeah, for
person
sure,
would be
for sure.
out in the front, and in large part he's not. So I think there's some credence to what he was saying as far as like he may be the best or the most interested or like the people's champ, but because he didn't agree to play the game the way they liked it, he gets blackballed. I can see it.
I
I
mean,
don't know if it's fully true or not, but
I've seen a lot of shit on Instagram, over the last like day about like people are speaking out pretty much like on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and whatnot, like about what Cat has actually done for them, like from a business standpoint. You know what I mean? Like helping out small time comedians, getting helping their careers to get off the ground. Like I seen one right before we got off the before we got hopped on here, where it was like some random white comedian that he had helped out. Like he had went to his show, and he thought Cat was gonna be there. Cat was there, but he was like in disguise type thing. He got off, and then Cat went over there and was like, "Hey, bro, you had a stupendous show," and he shot Buddy 5 times his damn his show amount, his ticket amount, his back end, and then took him on tour after that. Like I think that shit is live as hell. Like I really do think that shit is dope.
Before we get there, though, right? Before we get to like what Cat Williams has actually done, because you can go down the list of what any one of the comedians that he was talking about has done for any person. I mean, they all have a list of work that precedes them. So it's not just you know for him, or it's not just a thing that he can do, right? But why? My question is like, why was it one of those situations where because he was on this interview and because he was saying whatever it was that he was saying, that everybody then came back and had something to say about what the host should have done more of. You should have dug more into this. You should have asked more questions about this. You should have done that. Now, keep in mind, nobody has ever done this. According to Shannon Sharp, nobody has ever asked anything of him from any other interview that he's done. Kurt Franklin to all the way to the baby, right? Nobody has asked him to dive back in, and you should have asked more questions. Why is it if there's no truth or if there's not an ounce or shred of truth into what Kat was saying, why is it that everybody's making a big deal about it?
Bro, I think as the host and the person conducting the interview, that's his job. Like, because it's his show and Cat was being controversial out the gate. Like, he came out swinging. I think he kind of caught Shannon off guard, and Shannon really didn't know where to go with it, and he didn't want to offend him.
Jesus,
But
take the wheel.
yeah, but as the person conducting the interview, you're supposed to ask deeper questions and ask him to expound on that and highlight exactly what he's talking about. So I do think Shannon dropped the ball there. And I don't mean that to be negative towards Shannon, because I mean, shit, he ain't know what
I
Cat was
don't
going
think
to
Shannon dropped the ball, bro. I think he Cat came in there with agenda.
do. Yeah,
He said that from the get go. Yeah,
I
I
agree.
came to tell the truth, expose all these lies. Like, it's pretty much like they challenged his integrity, so now he gonna challenge theirs. That's just
Yeah, no, I know. I'm not disagreeing on that. I'm just saying, whether you're a journalist or a person conducting an interview, like, there were several times where they talked about something and Cat talked around it, and he gave like metaphors or analogies as an answer, and Shannon just accepted it and moved on. And I was like, you need to either A, force him to be more direct on what he's talking about, or B, don't let him talk about it. But like you left everything open ended, and not really necessarily open ended, but you left everything open for interpretation, except for the few times early when he mentioned people's names. So like there were situations where Kat was talking about stuff, and I kind of knew what he was talking about, so I knew who he was talking about. But your casual viewer is probably sitting there wondering, like, yo, who the fuck is he talking about? Is he still talking about
Talking about
Steve
them
Harvey?
light
Or is
skinned
he
square
talking about?
head ladies, huh? Them light skinned square head wives, huh? You made the connection is what you did.
Mm-hmm.
But even along all
Yeah,
I
that,
like he
like
myself
lost
got
me on that
married,
one
so
too.
the
Yeah,
well, they
yeah,
got a
lost him
whole
on that
thing
one.
on they got a whole thing on Facebook where they got like this picture of all of these people. But anyway,
I
as
told the
we
dog, I said, bro, I thought about it afterwards. The little Illuminati starter kit, like he was on to something with that one, bro. When I thought about everybody his name, and I was like, damn, bro, like they really do all have the same package. I don't know if it's true. I'm just
I
saying
mean,
that
if you
yeah.
believe in
You looking at
coincidences,
Joseph
then
Epstein, Chris Tucker.
now I know Davis. He pays a lot. He pays a close amount of attention to what people are doing outside of what we know them to be doing. Right, as far as like in the community, how they giving people opportunities. Um, did you notice that talking to Davis? Did you notice that it wasn't like even throughout everything that Cat has said and even everything that he has done, even previously when controversy comes up about him, nobody ever talks about what he has done in the community as far as how he has helped people to do various things.
Oh well, I think the biggest reason he said why. The biggest reason why is because he's not like everybody else, right? So everybody else, when they go out and pass out raw ass turkeys to homeless people who can't cook them, everybody else they make sure they got a camera crew out there to catch them when they do it.
Straight to the hot place.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight to the hot place.
you so everybody else, when they doing stuff, they make sure they got a camera crew to catch that shit. You go over there and you paying for some kid's tuition. You make sure you got somebody there to catch it. You know what I'm saying? Because and they claim like, oh my god, like somebody caught me doing that. No, you orchestrated that. I think Katt is actually genuine with his, and he remains to. He's not doing it for notoriety. He's doing it for to do it. And I think that's the biggest thing.
I'm sorry, Shaw. I gotta pause this real quick. That was a very astute observation by the dog. It never dawned on me. Why the fuck they be going to the ghetto and handing out turkeys to homeless people? As soon as he said that shit, I was like,
shit, boy, they might have it up. You never know, goddamn it.
So I can't take full credit.
Go crackhead, take that bitch, bro, slice that motherfucker up, put a pile, goddamn, lay it on the grass.
That was
they holding that bitch to the summertime.
Shout out to Kevin Gates, man. Kevin Gates was the one that pointed that out a while back because Kevin Gates caught a lot of hell because he went to the hood and he was passing out like turkey sandwiches or some shit like that. And so everybody gave him shit like, oh, you out there passing out sandwiches and, the real OGs passed out turkeys. So he was like, well, if I pass out turkeys to the homeless, how are they going to cook them? And it was...
Never thought about it until he.
Them boys out there eating that raw turkey, just out that bitch munching down.
Population control.
Big Meats and Larry Hoover and all the rest.
That's what I was thinking
about. They've been doing this shit for the longest.
I'm thinking Frank Lucas in the back of the truck. Yeah. Like, bro, he really did pass out turkeys to homeless people.
They just passing out cold ass, raw ass turkeys. Them motherfuckers in the back, you know what I'm saying? Having fucking turkey fights and shit. They're hitting each other with frozen ass fucking appendages and shit.
Bro, could you imagine fucking somebody slinging that bitch and hitting somebody in the forehead? Bro, you want to talk about a concussion?
I'm just saying, bro.
I'm sorry, Shaw. I ain't even mean to take it there.
Over with, bro. Oh, man.
But since we bringing up the obvious, right? And we talking about what the obvious things that people should or should not be doing. One of our main topic for the day was get into supporting black businesses. What does that look like? And we brought up the Katt Williams situation because he is a person that has been supporting people without even wanting to be acknowledged for what he was doing. Right. But the thing about it is Katt Williams is supporting whoever it may be, whether you black or white or whatever, right? But seeing as how in our community we seem to have a problem with, supporting black businesses. We gonna get into it. We gonna mine it out. But before we do that, I mean, do y'all support black businesses?
Not really.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah.
I mean,
I used to wear FUBU. Back in the day.
Fat Farm, goddamn me, South Pole.
Well, for what it's worth, I don't necessarily. I'm not opposed to supporting black businesses, but I support me, man. I support the Davises. I support Miles and Mellors, and I support that. My issue with most businesses, honestly, black, white, fucking Puerto Rican, fucking purple, I don't care.
Asians.
Yeah, my issue with all of them, man, is the fucking greedy. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? They're greedy.
What do you, when you say greedy, what do you mean? From what sense?
Okay, so here's the thing, right? And so for example, let's do a comparison. So you got Shaq, right? So look at what Shaq did with his shoes back in the Gap and look at Yeezy, right? Now, both of these two people came from nothing, apparently. But one of them...
From nothing?
You said what now? Kanye didn't come from nothing?
No.
Okay. Well, sure.
He did come from Chicago, and essentially Chicago ain't I ain't gonna say it.
Nigga, how big Chicago is, bro. Like,
Well, but they both came from humble beginnings, correct?
Shout out to Chicago, y'all
Humble
Chicago
Beginnings
peoples out
is a
there,
more
y'all
apt term to
Chicagoans.
use, but Kanye
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
come from nothing, bro. Like,
Okay, but they came from humble beginnings, right? So, but what Shaq was big on was he never forgot where he came from, and he wanted to make sure that the lower class kids had like name brand shoes on their feet. So what he did was he put out a quote unquote name brand shoe, and he put it in like the Paylesses and stuff like that. Whereas Kanye took his, marked that bitch up, fucking 4, 5, 600 goddamn percent,
okay, so
and
let me
said
ask you
here.
this, bro.
Hmm?
Let me ask you this.
And how many shoes did Shaq sell? I mean, he wasn't.
Hold on.
He didn't make $1 billion.
Pause. Because they're both black businesses, right? They're both black businesses. But as a child, bro, what would you rather walk to school in? Shaq's or Yeezys?
Bobos, they make your feet feel
You got two
fine.
choices.
Bobos,
You got two
they
choices.
cost $1.99.
You got two choices. What you walking to school in? Shaq's or Yeezys?
Well, I'm a
First of
country
all, Yeezy's
motherfucker.
ugly to me.
That's not what I
So
asked.
I couldn't afford either one of them.
Shaq's or Yeezys?
Nothing in this house.
So who, me? You talking about me personally?
You personally, you got to pick one. Shaq's or
I'm
Yeezys?
wearing Rodmans.
I had them felines. You know why? Because
No,
you
no.
got the 2 for 89.
I
That's
ain't
what
worried about that. I
I
ain't worried about all them other shoes. We talking about Shaq's and we talking about motherfucking Yeezys. What would you walk to school in?
had. And that state of frame that I had back then, probably Shaq's.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit, because I would have been on your ass as soon as you got there and hit that bus stop.
You
Yeah,
could be
because
on my-
motherfuckers got
You know
roasted.
you-
I only had
Hey,
two
I'm
choices.
I'm not saying
Hey,
what Shaq
Scorp-
did for the community.
Hey, Scorpion. Hey, Mo, motherfuckers got roasted for wearing them Shaqs back in the day.
Bro, what?
Yeah, you couldn't wear
What?
Wait, not the Reeboks.
Yeah.
You talking
Yeah.
about the
Motherfuckers
Shaqs?
got roasted
Yeah.
for wearing the
Like,
Shaqs.
let's be real, bro. Ain't like no, bro. I appreciate what Shaq did for the community, bro. I really do. But by him
What did he
putting
do
that
for the
fast
community?
price tag
Provide
on them
jokes
shoes,
for people?
bro.
Like,
He pretty much ruined the brand of the shoe. Like, not saying this, you shouldn't bomb. Not saying any of that. But what I'm saying is, you got to think about the stigma and the narrative behind those shoes, bro. Like, yes, he put a lot of shoes on, less than fortunate kids' feet. But I mean, when you think about the total aspect of things, bro, and what them kids have to face too, as it relates to their parents wanting to support a black business and not having enough money, like, bro, that's a lot for a kid.
first of all, their parents were not trying to support a black business. They were trying to buy what they could afford.
No, I know
Let's
that.
just
I
put that
realize
out
that.
there.
I realize that. But I was talking about the dog was preaching like he wouldn't wear a goddamn pair of Yeezys.
I don't own a pair of Yeezys.
I'm not saying you do own a pair of
Now,
Yeezys.
you
I'm saying
have
if
a
you
pair
had
of
to choose
Molotov
between
cocktails.
Shaq and motherfucking Yeezys, nigga, as an adult, as a child, as an old motherfucker, you gonna choose Yeezys every single fucking time.
Oh, well, right now, man.
I think
Go ahead.
I
Hulk.
think this is a bad comparison because what they were trying to accomplish was different.
Yeah. And,
Like Shaq wanted to make stuff that was name brand affordable to people in lower income situations.
Fail.
Kanye wanted to make a brand to compete with Ralph Lauren.
Success.
You can't sell Yeezys for $30 and compete with Ralph Lauren. So I can't really say that I commend Shaq and I talk down on Kanye for what they was doing. They both was trying to do two different things.
Well, yeah, I don't have.
But they was both made in China. So
You ain't shit.
essentially,
You ain't shit.
they both worth $30. It's just that one person said, "Hey, I want to sell mine."
Well,
for 300.
for the Jaquans, out there, right? So when we talk about what I personally did, right? Because I couldn't afford neither one of them motherfuckers, right? I got a pair of shoes at the beginning of the year, and by way of toothbrush and goddamn Dawn soap, I kept the motherfuckers as fresh as I could. But it didn't matter though, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie to you, I couldn't afford the Jabos, them heavy ass fucking shorts. I couldn't afford them. I had the What With Jesus Jews from City Trends. And a lot of motherfuckers tried to roast me. But I always had one comeback. That ain't what your bitch think.
Want some of this, nigga?
Hey, well, check this out.
You want some of this?
I want to share something. Check this out. I want to share something with y'all, man. That I don't think I ever told this before, but it's an observation that I had made. So, Shaw, I'll update you. The rest of the guys on the panel, they know about a lot of these lattes already. But I pretty much spent my own money to try to build up my own little small time business, right? Called Lottie's
Shout
Lattes.
out
I
Lottie's
bought
Lattes.
my man. I bought an $800 latte machine. I paid for my own. I paid for my own
Latte machine.
espresso beans. Say it again.
Where that latte machine at? We'll talk about that
Oh,
offline.
it's currently
Go
at my
ahead.
job.
Go ahead. Nah.
Yeah,
Go
we'll
ahead.
talk about
Continue.
it offline. So, anyways, it's an $800 machine, man. I pay for my own espresso beans, pay for my own syrup. I paid for my logo. Had to put on the tablecloth. I spent a lot of money on this brand, buy my own milk and everything, right? And I set it up. I set it up in front of my job. I do it now on every Friday between the hours of 9 and 10. When I first started it at my last job, right? How I would do what I would do to get the drinks out fast. That I would make a bunch of coffees, right? And I set them all out on the plate, and I sell it for $3, which is pretty affordable. Especially nowadays, you go to Starbucks. Starbucks is selling their lattes now. It's $5 and some change, right? So $3
Me and my
is
wife
pretty
got
affordable.
two today. $14, my dude. $14 for two.
You know what I'm
medium
saying?
grande
So,
drinks.
man, hey, and my cup's 16 ounces. That's the grande size. $3. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a
Consistent.
large.
So, in any case, though, everybody that was coming in, they would ask. First thing they would ask is how much, and I told them $3. They pay me cash, give it to me Cash App, Zelle, whatever. Everybody that was coming in, $3, $3. However, the first black person that came in, it was a black female. This happened last year. She came in, and the first thing she said was, "How much?" No, I'm sorry. Is this free? She reached for the cup and she said, "Is this free?"
Oh fuck.
And we're canceled.
Came in and said, "Is this free?"
No way around this one, gentlemen.
So,
Here comes the deep water.
I was wondering I knew he was gonna take it there eventually. I knew it was coming.
They've been asking that question since 1965.
Is this free? She came in. She asked, "Is
Why
this
you
free?"
just couldn't say, "Oh yeah, it was a black person that came"? You said that motherfucker-
Hey, it is what it is.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, hey,
Don't listen to that beta. Don't you listen to that beta. Go ahead and say what you got to say.
Man, I ain't finished sugarcoating nothing. It's like, this is what happened. It ain't my fault. It was a black female that walked up and said, "Hey, is this free?" If it
Is
was a
this
black
shit
dude, I
free?
would like, "Oh, yeah."
Cause my man, I ain't got one. But go ahead, man. Don't you let that.
So
Yeah,
my
man.
question is, I mean, like, as a people, like, why is it that, like, when we see a black business, especially a small time black business, we think that it should be free? 'Cause I had that same conversation with my brother one time. It was one of his homeboys was starting his own T-shirt business one time. This was years back, and my brother felt that his homeboy should have been passing out his T-shirts for free before trying to sell it.
Well, first of all, you got to deal with, and this is just my opinion. You got to deal with the innate sense of entitlement that African American people have. A lot of them. And I mean, I can't single out individuals because it's the overwhelming majority of Negroes, dare I say, that believe that they're entitled to something. Somebody, that's how, and we probably gonna get off into something else, but this is how the Democrats are able to every single election cycle pander to black people, because guess what they do? They always say, "We gonna give y'all something." What happened? Run to them. So I think that's why people want something for free, not
I don't
just
think it's that, bro.
the black
I don't think it's
female,
that. I don't think it's that.
as you
Like,
say.
it's no secret in this country that, like, as a people, we make less than, like, from a fiscal standpoint than our other counterparts in the workplace. Like, I mean, the median income for a black household is only like 46,000. So, see, if you go to like turkey leg hut, and they charging $100 for a fucking turkey leg,
Shit nasty anyway.
I'm
But
just
go
saying,
ahead.
like they charge $100 for a turkey leg,
It is
and I
overrated.
mean, you only make $800 bi-weekly. What? Well, shit. Yeah, you want to support the black business. You want to try the food. You want to do all of this different stuff, but they prices is astronomical compared to what you make. Like
Yeah,
that's just what it is.
and
First of
that's
all, but you have to understand that the reason why the household income is below $50,000 is because of and Davis can speak to this because he's a large proponent of this, right? Our lack of education. We don't want to go and get ourselves educated. It's not the vendor's fault for them selling their stuff for $100. It's our fault because we can't make the money to then go up elsewhere.
oh, I was with you.
I don't necessarily
I was
think
with you.
that-
I was
I
with
disagree
you.
with you.
I was with you. I was with you, and I say it's our fault because we fucking buying it. That's me. Because if you boycott them motherfuckers and you don't buy it, then they'll bring their fucking prices down. Now I
They
do
got to
agree
sell
with-
their shit. So yeah,
Well, I mean they do, but not so like, and that's part of the argument that I have with that. Like when they say like supporting black businesses and stuff like that. Now I do understand. I understand, the basics of economics. I understand supply. I understand demand. I understand all of that. Um, I understand these things, but a lot of time, like, bro, you don't. Like, I don't give a fuck about supply, demand, and all the rest of that, right? Like, you're not telling me that the owners of the turkey leg hut that they have to charge fucking $50 for a goddamn turkey leg in order to make a profit.
that dude.
No,
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Ain't no way.
First of all,
Yeah.
the profit margin, and Lottie can speak to this. The profit margin on any beverages is different, right? Because beverages, look at what McDonald's are doing with the beverage shit, right? They got a whole new restaurant that's built around just beverages because that's where the money is, right? But when you're talking about food, the margins for food are very low. So they have to, like these restaurants have to charge way more money unless you're buying, guess what? Shit product. So you getting shit beef, you getting shit fries, you getting shit grease, and you selling it to us, which we can do a whole nother podcast on that because that's a whole nother problem, right?
But so the thing about it is, so there's little mom and pop shops that's pretty much slinging the same thing in the same, not too far down the street from the turkey leg hut, right? If it come to me, I'm gonna say because it's a little spot down the street from them, and they pretty much pushing the same thing for a fraction of the price. You know what I'm saying?
They
Okay,
ain't
like,
getting the notoriety that the turkey leg hut getting because guess what? They can't afford to pay for the advertising, bro.
but even at that, right? Okay, so now let's look at what's Trail Burgers, right? Shout out to Bun B.
I need to try that joint out.
Riddle to me why you have to charge $16 for a fucking hamburger. We talking about a smash
Hey,
burger.
Well,
What kind of beef? What kind of? You got to ask yourself. It's a lot of stuff that go into this, right? What kind of beef is
Yeah,
it?
like you guys.
Regular.
First of all, yeah, what's the quality?
Regular.
of
It's
the
regular.
getting?
Is it grass fed?
regular.
Regular.
It ain't. So he ain't using grass fed beef.
No. No, they just regular
How do y'all
hamburgers
use
with
them?
regular ass fries. I've been there before, yes. Shout out to Bun B. He gave me my shit for free, stuff like that. Because of what I do.
Straight up.
Yeah.
You had your. Go ahead.
I mean, I understand you've been there before, but you actually looked into what type of beef you using there.
Look him up on the internet, bro. Like, because typically, so if your biggest thing that you're promoting is that you are slinging grass-fed Angus beef or whatever the case may be, if that's your sales pitch, then you would typically lead with that. But if you go on there, that's not what's up there. I think a lot, like I say, I think a lot of times people do shit because they can. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm
Not
a
exactly,
Jordan
bro.
fan.
Because
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a Jordan fan, but at the same time,
nah,
you're gonna tell me that there's $300 worth of labor that goes into making a shoe?
Where is the location?
About
Because
$26.
you got to understand you with that burger.
Which one?
With
Trill
that
Burgers?
Trill Burger, right? With that burger, you're not just paying for the beef, right? You're not just paying for the bread. You're not just paying for whatever comes on it. You're paying for their location. You're paying for However, they got their stuff set up. You're paying for all of the bills, everything that they got to make that building operate. You're paying for with the cost of that burger, right? So all of that's built in there. So if you, as a consumer, want a burger joint that's right near where you live at, and you live down at the medical mall downtown, right next to the VA down in Houston, Texas, then guess what? You're gonna pay downtown, third ward, rebuilt Houston, Texas prices. That's what you're gonna pay.
You don't think that you don't think at all that is that the slightest level of greed goes into this shit.
Listen, it could be greed, right? But guess what? At the end of the day, for me, I'm gonna try it because I haven't been there. And so when I get to Houston, I'm gonna go try the man's burger, and I'm possibly gonna dress up like how you dressed up. My shit might not fit properly.
Boy said he got the Hugo Boss.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna go right in there.
well, you're gonna be out there for a minute, man. That line be wrapped around out that motherfucker. Though. I will say that though, the motherfucker good though. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, $16, the man, bro, he might look. I'm gonna put it to you like
I think
this.
it's a little bit more than
I've been able to predict on numerous occasions restaurants that's going to be around for a long time, ones that won't, and ones that won't. I have to actually go to his business, go in there, scope it out to see what that looks like, right? And if he's going to be there for a while, because if one burger costs $16, you're cutting out a whole market segment of people to come there and eat, unless he accept EBT.
I mean, but when you think about it from the sense that, I mean, every business avenue has niches or niches.
Yeah.
Black business is a niche. That's what it is. It's kind of abstract. It's like the way they paint the picture of black business is abstract. Like, oh, you're not supposed to have a black business, but look at this black business here. You should go support and da 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 da. It's like it's not a normalized thing.
So here's the thing. So
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up.
I want to touch on that.
I got a video for you.
But with that mindset, they look at themselves as exclusive, and what like exclusivity becomes a bigger price.
Yeah. So basically, there was a Davis actually posted it, and it was a professor who was talking about the problem that black people have is their marketing to black people. Black people don't have enough. They don't have enough money. They don't have enough market share to make their business big enough to only market to black people. You have to be in a position where you can market to everybody. And that's our problem, because we think that, again, that's that you owe me something mentality.
Yeah.
You think that just because you got a black business that I'm supposed to come and buy from you because you got a black business? Nuh-uh. I buy from the best businesses.
There you go.
So let me touch on something real quick. Let me clear up something. So when I say exclusive, I didn't mean exclusive to black people. And when I say exclusive, I mean like as far as from a minority standpoint in the business world. That's what I mean by exclusive.
Now, so Shaw, when you said that, Shaw, right? So kind of like roping a previous topic back in, right? So the late great Bernie Mac, right? One of the things that he was infamous for saying, one of the things that he said, like when they looked at the difference between him and Steve Harvey or whatever, right? So I was watching a video, and Bernie Mac said, I don't want to be a black. I don't want to be a black comedian. I want to be a comedian. He said, I don't want to be a black comic. I want to be a comedian. I don't want to have a black show. I want to have a show. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a lot of times when we do have these black businesses, because in that video, Buddy said that, okay, why do black businesses, not flourish or whatever the case may be. And he was like, like when you have a black business and that's what you lead with, all black business, blah, blah, blah. Like you're typically targeting just that, that demographic.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And not only do you like cut out everybody else, but you know what I'm saying? The people that you targeting ain't exactly the most wealthy motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
As Scorpion just said,
46,000 a year.
most of the average household is how much making how much, Scorp?
46,000 a year.
Yeah,
What you doing with that?
yeah. So I mean, and that's. I mean, it sucks, but it's real. I imagine there's gonna be some people in the comments that's gonna like.
Oh, I see you over there flexing. What's happening? What's going on? You over there flexing? I don't know.
No.
It's because of the shoulders.
They're not. I mean, you see them things, right? It's wider than the chair, baby. Look at that. Look at that space.
This nigga here.
I mean, I agree. I think black businesses, but I don't think it's a black people issue. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry. I'm about to say this. I think it's a black woman.
Oh,
And I so
See
the thing that
Lottie's
I
face.
noticed-
Does
the thing
everybody
that I
see
noticed-
Lottie's face?
fuck it, man.
The
I'm with you.
brands that you're talking about, I guess we'll call them non-black brands
Yeah.
that market to everyone. Women want those brands. Like they see the chick down the street or the chick on TV or whoever. She got a Gucci bag, so I need to have a Gucci bag. So now, white people buying Gucci bags, black women buying Gucci bags. Yo, black girl who really don't travel in Gucci circles at all, that's what she wants for Christmas, which drives up their price. The reason why I think black businesses fail is, like you said, marketing to black people, but more importantly, they market to black women who say, well, I'm not going to pay the same amount for your bag that I'm going to pay for a Gucci bag. Because you'll notice that brands and businesses that are strictly targeting males that excel in the non-black or white household, for example, they don't translate to the black household because we don't give a fuck about that. The dog, me, fucking hell, even Scorpion, we walk around most days of the week rocking George t-shirts. They come
Shout out to
Walmart.
George.
We don't
Shout
care.
out to Wally World.
Like, I'll go to Walmart and buy a whole fucking outfit. I don't give a fuck what the brand is.
Yeah,
I buy
fuck
shit
that
based
bitch.
off of, yeah.
I wear
Does it
jackets
look
because
good
they
on
feel
me?
good.
So, I think that's where the disconnect is. And even when the dog was talking about the food, like, people talk about Roof Chris, so now you gotta go to Roof Chris for dinner. But now
damn
Roof Chris
good,
might be a
though.
bad example because shit actually does taste better. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, the fuck it don't.
Nigga, you telling me Roof Chris and Outback Steakhouse taste the same? You full of
I
shit.
think they both trash. I make a better steak than both of them bitches.
No. You're not comparing it to you. We comparing them to
Nigga,
each
you
other.
ain't got no way, Goop.
Yeah, I don't see you with a line of people outside the house. So we're comparing them to each other. But as far
He
as
said
like,
Wagyu.
as far as like as far as like burgers and steak shit like that, like bro, like you could get the same thing down the street for half the price. But the only thing is some white motherfucker or some non-black person said that it wasn't cool to go to Cheesecake
Oh,
Factory.
you so sweet, politically correct and shit.
I don't know who said it. That's the reason why I say that shit. It might have been a fucking Puerto Rican person. I don't know. All I know is that somebody said you don't go to Cheesecake Factory, and now that same place that costs fucking $250, $300 to fucking feed y'all if y'all getting that fucking appetizer and the meal and the dessert. Now all of a
Don't
sudden
get that
place
goddamn
ain't good
piece of
enough.
cheesecake. That shit costs $10
Food
by
tastes
itself.
exactly the same. So I'm like, it's women who chase brands. Men chase brands because of women. Chase houses, chase cars because of women. And women support those brands. So I think
And not to mention that,
that's
I
what
mean,
drives the market.
Women outnumber men 3-1.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what drives the market.
Yeah. Larger
White
market.
Speaking of
women-
that, what you
Ain't
just
not
said, I heard a
Go
quote
ahead.
today, man, and it said that if women didn't exist,
Oh shit.
money wouldn't mean a fucking thing.
Well, hold on. Why would you say some bullshit like that?
I'm just saying, because
Like,
he
I
said
don't even
that,
want to think about a world without women existing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's what he said. That's what we do for this reason and that reason, and then all of a sudden,
y'all just
I heard that today, and I was like, damn, wow, that's true.
I
He
put it
said
this way: me and the dog have
that's
talked
a
about
pause
this,
moment,
and
bro.
we've
That's
laughed
a pause
about
moment,
this.
because why did you think about a
times.
world with no women?
But I feel like it's very
I mean,
true.
Kevin Samuels said at one point that we didn't need women. I mean, I didn't
Oh no,
agree
he's
with
full of
him.
shit. I don't know. I don't even know what you referencing, but he's full of shit. But me and the dog have talked about this and laughed about this, and I'm like, bro, it's very true. If it wasn't for women, niggas would live in boxes on the side of the street. Like
I ain't lying.
almost
Stank.
everything you purchase is in pursuit of pussy. You either trying to get it or trying to keep it,
or trying to
trying
get
to
rid of
acquire
it.
more of it. Or yeah.
I don't know. I ain't gonna say everything y'all do is in pursuit of them. I got a pretty decent little PC down here that I got to my right hand side. It ain't got nothing to do with pussy.
Bro, you wouldn't live in a place attached to electricity if it wasn't.
Nope, I wouldn't.
Where you gonna plug that PC up in your shiny box?
See, yeah, shit, that goddamn
Nope,
watch.
sure wouldn't.
God damn it.
I mean, of course, Lottie probably don't agree with all that because his godfather it says something to the difference. But we was talking about black businesses.
To fix the quote though, he said that men don't need women for survival. Women need men for survival.
Oh yeah, fix that quote.
You know what's
Go ahead, Scar.
What's the difference in what I just said?
He said that men don't need women. And like just insinuating that we could live in a world without women.
So if you're saying that men don't need women for survival, in order to survive, that means that I'm confused.
Like we pretty much only need them to populate, to just pop for population, but they only need us. But they definitely need us for survival. Like they can't live to the end of their days.
This is off topic, going another direction. But I had a conversation with somebody about like survival, like a world extinction event. And how long y'all think y'all will survive in a world extinction event?
Y'all don't
like in an apocalyptic
like a motherfucker.
I would die in about 3 hours.
Well, in all actuality, man, I'm a country motherfucker. I chop wood and chase chicks is coming up, so I think I'm good.
But what if you have to hold on. What if you still got to, but you got to think about the family aspect.
That's exactly, Scorpion. I was about to say, if I'm by myself, I would live and I die of old age. But baby girl, I can't leave her.
Because I mean, back to Lottie's point, women look at like they need men for survival, but at the same time, that's also the damn bane of our existence, and they wind up getting us fucking killed.
I don't know if women need men for survival.
Oh shit.
No, like,
but one thing we always talk about too, you mentioned the so-called
practical standpoint. The biggest threat to women is men. If you remove all men, why?
I think the biggest threat to women is emotion.
Well, he always talked about this show. I never seen it, but it's called Bear Grylls: The Island, season 2, where they take a whole bunch of women and put them on one island. And take a whole nah. I want to check it out. So you know what I'm talking about, right?
He said, "I'm gonna shoot the fuck out that."
I never watched it. I just only heard about it. I heard about how, like, they put men on one island and women on the other island, and they were struggling over there on the women's island. That they had to manipulate the island in a way to where it kind of helped them out because they struggled that much. They ain't know how to properly. Yeah,
if you take a group of grown ass people in 2023, grown ass women in 2023, especially who know nothing about the wilderness, and just throw them on a fucking island, it's gonna take a little bit for them to get on their feet. But like, eventually they'll figure it out. Like, the biggest threat to women is you. So if you all niggas,
I think the biggest threat to women are other fucking women.
I dare say that if you take in 2020,
it's competition for you.
So
I was about to say that, big baby. I was about to say it. Say it.
In 2024, right? If you take a group of modern day boys who call themselves men, I dare say bitches,
It's
and
unnecessary.
you put them
Gazelles.
on an island, they get fucked up too.
Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Walking around.
Yeah, hey, look, I can agree with you, bro.
Because ain't nobody got no
Bitch, yeah,
survival
we gonna
skills
throw it
these
on
days.
there.
Ain't
Back in,
nobody-
hey, bro, back in my day when I was doing some stuff out in the field and using some navigation devices and things like that, I had a whole group of motherfuckers that was older than me that was getting fucked up out there, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Bro, so I don't want to just highlight one gender. I be honest with you. I think most motherfuckers in 2024 are fucked. They rely too heavily on technology.
I might accidentally
That's
grab some
tremendous facts,
poison
bro.
ivy or some shit.
They
But
don't
as
even
it-
know what the fuck. But that's the thing though. They don't know what poison ivy look like.
Be like, yo, that shit look familiar.
Maybe
Look at this guy, 3 leaves or 4 leaves. It's a, I think it's a 4-leaf clover, but
Maybe.
it kind of look like that. Ooh, I don't know.
Hey,
Shit,
don't
it's a
wipe their
4-leaf
ass with
clover.
poison
I
oak
guess-
and shit.
In reference to the topic, I don't think either one could survive without the other one.
which brings it all back home, right? Because you're talking about black business and survival of black businesses. Black businesses can't survive without white support or other support, right? Whatever it may be, right? We need
think you should
those
just let them
businesses
support.
need the support of everybody. And so what black businesses have to do is they have to stop just marketing to black people or using a banner black owned business, right?
But
That's
when you
that's
start,
what I
that's what
They
you got to
get-
market to, bro. You have
they
to market
get-
to your community when you start. Like, I'm not saying that they shouldn't branch off and transcend, but when they first start, bro, the only people if you live in damn New Orleans, bro, and you live in like who you gonna market to? How you
First
how you
of
gonna
all-
market to white folks?
First of all,
Actually,
if you got an online store, why do you need to even identify that you any kind of type of business, a race or ethnic background, if you got good product?
Because
Let's put it out there. I'm from
fucking
Detroit.
grants.
Let's put it out there.
That's what
What-
I was
what-
about to say. They
what-
get
We
a
have
lot
federal
of
grants for
bonuses
having
and
black
grants
businesses,
and
for having
tax
minority-owned
deductions.
I'm saying
Like,
that you don't have
You
to
don't have to
put
highlight
on your
it.
business
Yeah.
that this is a black owned business. Now, when you go to the government, you can say to them, "Hey, this is a black owned business. I need everything that you're gonna give me
I'll
for
give
this
you,
being
I,
a black owned business."
so Shaw, I give you a good example of one, right? A very successful watch brand, Tally and Twine. Shout out to Tally and Twine, right? Really dope watches. But like they don't market themselves as black owned business, blah 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 blah. Now, when you go on their website and you read in that little bio, then you will come to the assumption that you'll know then that they're black owned. But like they not in your face. Yeah, I'm black owned. They not doing that. And so I think that's more so they're talking about because those same grants and stuff that you're talking about, Scorpion, you'll still get those grants without walking around with a fucking black pride flag.
I'm not saying you don't, bro, and I don't feel like most black
Yo, bro, they
businesses
got
do
some
walk
nice
around with a
ass
black
fucking
pride, like a black
timepieces.
They
pride
do.
flag. But
You
what's
see 'em?
wrong with them stating
Yeah.
and being out loud and upfront about being a black?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying that you can't, but
First
what
of
I
all,
am
you
saying
go-
is
You're gonna
What-
take away from customers. Customers, it's people that won't shop with you just because you say that.
yeah. So I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. I'm not saying there's anything. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. That's not what I'm saying. But there's what you say, Lottie, choices and trade-offs, right? Life's about choices and trade-offs. So you have to understand when you lead off a certain way, like there's going to be a residual effect that's going to come behind that. You know what I'm saying? And so when you come off with saying, yeah, black owned, black pride, yeah, when you lead off with that,
I
you're
don't
gonna
think
lose some
we
people.
should change the name. It basically says Black Owned Podcast at the top of this. but I will ask, if given the option, the exact same product, one's a large commercially known brand and one's a black owned business, but same product, which one would you buy?
Is it the same price?
Shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. It depends on how I'm feeling that day.
I'm a quality guy myself. Right?
Is it the same price and the same quality?
Yeah, like when I go to, like for example, if I go to a furniture store, right, and I got a black-owned dresser, A black.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Right,
Same
so-
quality, same everything, except one says black owned and one says Ashley's Furniture. Which one you gonna buy?
Oh, I'm definitely going to black on because I hate Ashley's.
Okay, pick a brand you
I
don't.
like Ashley's furniture. All right.
I hate
That's
Ashley's
bullshit, man. I fuck
do
with
like
my
Ashley's
Hey,
furniture.
The desk toys you got back there.
that furniture I had up there in the furniture I had at Clarksville came from Ashley's.
Well, just
I'm a-
think about it
I'm
from
a
a
be-
t-shirt brand, okay? You got a George
Can I be
t-shirt.
can I be
on.
honest with you?
If it was the
I'm a-
exact same t-shirt, except one's black owned, one's George, they both in Walmart. You looking at both, they both got the same damn price. Do you buy the black owned one or do you buy the George t-shirt?
I'm
Same
gonna
color,
buy
same
whatever
everything.
I'm used to
Same,
buying.
same fabric, same color. It don't shrink. Everything's exactly the same.
I'm buying
But
it.
one got black
I'm probably
on
going with the
taped
black
to the
on.
back.
I'm going with the black on.
You going with the George? Y'all are all full of shit. You
No,
gonna
I'm
buy
for real.
what
I'm
you
going with the
used
black
to
on,
buying.
bro.
Yeah.
You gonna buy what you used to buying.
Bro, if
You
the
used to
if the
buying-
circumstances are the exact same, bro. Like, think about what he's asking. They're the
Same
exact
variables.
same.
Everything's the same.
Everything's the same. The only
you telling me
difference
you
is
ain't got?
it's a
It's no,
black-owned
then
business.
there's no such thing as this thing called brand loyalty because that is a thing.
Well, we're specifically
We're not
talking
talking
about.
based
about
upon
brand
brand
loyalty,
loyalty.
bro.
So
We're
we're
talking about
specifically
in this-
so in this
businesses.
one we're talking about furniture. So like people don't buy furniture routinely every quarter. I mean, not people.
Well,
I was
know.
talking.
we
They don't.
switched to t-shirts.
Like, yeah, nigga, I love Hanes.
We did
underwear,
switch to
goddammit.
t-shirts.
I'm a body.
I brought that
I'm
point
going
up
with
to
Hanes.
say what people don't realize, what I think is happening. I could be wrong. But I think that's what they're trying to accomplish when they are advertising the black owned.
Yeah.
In large part, like, yo, I have the same quality product, but this is black owned. Support us. So you're saying they should strip it away, and I'm saying I think that's why they advertise.
No. I
But
know why
the
they're
problem
doing
is it's never the same. It's always a difference. Either the price is higher, and there's a reason why the price is higher, right? The reason is because they can't
But
afford.
they black. Smash
They-
those shit, bro.
They can't afford to buy the materials at the cost that mega suppliers can buy them at. So their price is
Yeah.
higher, right? But you got to understand, my pockets is still the same.
Hey, I feel it. I feel it.
That's a quote, bro.
I feel it. I feel it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you there. Yeah.
So,
So,
Like,
okay.
oh, you don't
if I've
support
been
us.
getting George, if I've been getting George t-shirts, and that shit cost me $3.99, and you put black on your t-shirt, and your shit cost me $5.99, and I got $10, $12. That means I'm gonna be able to get 2 less shirts if I buy your shit.
Yeah. I ain't
I
gonna lie
need
to
3
you.
shirts.
It take a lot to get me off the George bandwagon.
Yeah, I'm loyal.
I'm
to
be honest
it.
with you, cause them
Yeah.
bitches don't.
Hey,
Yeah.
anytime I'm in Walmart, I just go.
Bro, I'm about to say George,
shirts.
Hanes,
Check.
Athletic Works.
Not
Bro,
Hanes,
I don't
not
care.
Hanes. Hanes,
care.
they fake.
Yeah, nah, I
Shout
like
out
George
to
with a
Walmart. We need that.
non-fade.
Hey, we need that.
Where the movie
It
ride?
doesn't fade.
Nothing wrong
It
like
Need that
doesn't
hookup.
shrink.
It is
Hey,
up.
hey, George, that motherfucker, they don't lose their color, they don't shrink.
I'm about to
Like
say,
the
I need to
collar
shake
don't
George
be
hand
print
one
up
day.
or nothing.
If
Any one of
watch
you
this,
Waltons out there
go
that's
get
watching
you a
this
George
podcast,
t-shirt.
hit us up. All right, get us in the comments.
But okay,
We need that deal.
I pose this question: what's the solution? How do we get black businesses to be more successful or successful at all? Because it seems like most of them fail if you ain't Magic Johnson.
First of all, they need to understand that everybody ain't meant to own a goddamn business.
Yeah.
That's first and foremost.
I ain't gonna lie, that's
Every
a valid-
idea that you got is not a fucking business.
I'm glad you brought that up, right? You know what be pissing me off? Because somebody said something. I think Vladi said something earlier. He said somebody had like a t-shirt business or some shit like that they want to do. You know what the problem I got with motherfuckers these days? You give a motherfucker a cricket and a pack of t-shirts, and these motherfuckers all of a sudden got a business. All of a sudden, you an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying?
This does not include us, guys. We got-
Like, yo, bro, what the fuck? Like, yeah, right, because I hire people on a day to day basis, America. So, and it's like you walk up to people, be like, yo, what's happening? I'm like, oh, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh, word, yeah, how so? Well,
What
I
you do? I own my own
Man,
business.
I got my own business. Oh, word. What
this
you
shit that be
saying,
killing me is these rappers. Everybody's a rapper.
bro?
How many employees you got? Oh no.
No, it's just me. I'm an entrepreneur.
Is that how they say
I
it?
do hair on the weekend.
That's
I
for
got
the
my own
bougie
hair
motherfuckers.
business.
Motherfuckers that get up, in the minimum wage bracket, and you know
All
what
of
I'm
a sudden
saying?
they friend.
They switch from fucking Walmart
He
to
said
Target,
they
from
get
Target to
up to the
Target.
minimum
Them,
Oh
wage.
yeah, yeah.
I'm an entrepreneur.
But see, Davis, you and I were talking about that, and we kind of segued into this whole this opposite side or the different side of this business aspect of things and how black people look at it. Right? We were talking about this, and I used to do some things where I used to use my vehicle in order to go out and generate income. Right? Um, and it's sad to say, um, I have if the audience doesn't know, I have an extensive background in transportation and logistics. So everything that I do that surrounds that, I utilize my skills that I have gained in college and also in experience to make sure that
And a
whatever
new
I'm doing with
ways.
my vehicle is going to be profitable. So I had this thing where I was going out and I was doing inspection on houses, and it wind up, I was doing it for 30 days, and it seemed cool. It seemed like I was making a ton of money, right? I was seeing $250, $300 just about on average every 2 weeks, right? 250 to three. And I did this for a month to 45 days. I
Carrying
sat
a
down and did
decimal point.
right.
Hold on, nigga.
Hold on.
Hold
I
on,
mean,
nigga.
we talking about
We're not
side
gonna
money.
skip past that. Like you just didn't say that. Hold on.
He said I was making a lot of money.
Hold the fuck
Doing
on.
like
I'm saying,
250
I'm saying as
Text
far
all
as
years,
every
sis.
2 weeks.
as far as a side hustle, right? Because that's what it was. That's what it be considered.
Okay,
So
you gotta
this is
start.
not
You gotta
your.
start with that nigga. You made it
You
seem like
said
it was the main
you
source of
said
income,
$250 every 2
Every
weeks. Was a lot
two
of money.
weeks.
bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was finna fry your ass.
I used to.
But
I
let's
was a
let's
bouncer at a
let's
strip
keep it.
club, and I
Follow me
made
though.
my.
Follow me
Here it
though.
comes.
Stay with me now,
Follow
baby. Stay
me.
with me, baby.
Follow me. Follow me.
Shout
Right?
out to Pink Lady.
Because all of this is gonna mean something once I get to the
Coming to
to
the
the major
stage,
point.
we
Right?
got Madison.
Madison.
So I'm thinking for a side hustle. Right? Let me be clear. For a side hustle, I'm making decent amount of money. Right?
I'm not gonna
35.
lie. I hope
After
Madison sees this.
after 30 to 45 days, I'm looking at this. And keep in mind, I wasn't doing it all the time.
Yeah.
Right? I would probably do it probably like for real, probably 3 days a week. Right? But it will be an extended amount of time on doing those 3 days. Right? And so once I sat down, I did the numbers, I calculated up how much maintenance was going to cost, how much that was costing me per mile, fuel, how much my time was worth, and that's the most important thing. What a lot of people forget to calculate until when they do gig jobs is how much are you worth as far as time goes, right? So I'm calculating all this up, and the truth of the matter is I was probably averaging about $10 to $15 a day, right? That was what I was actually
Might as well have been
profiting.
African, nigga. Damn.
That's what I was profiting. Now keep in mind,
$50 a day. Before the
keep in mind, I'm without doing these numbers, it looks on paper like I'm making a ton of money. I'm making $500 extra every month. Extra. Like on top of whatever I'm making an additional $500. So that can pay off a credit card, that can do this, that can do that, right? That's the way a lot of people look at it. But what they're not looking at is truthfully, honestly, out of that $500, really what you're making is probably about 100 because what happens when your car break down? How much money are you putting in there in gas? Right? How many miles to the gallon are you getting? How many miles do your tires last? Right? Because each tire has either 100,000, 50,000, 75,000. That's the average life cycle of your tire, right? All of them different. So when you do the math on all that, are you really making money? But what we have done is a lot of black people take this and say, this is how I'm making money. This is my income. This is my job. This is my business. This is what I'm doing, but they don't run it like a business.
Entrepreneur.
That's right. And so we got to get away from that. That's why I said that everything is not a business. Everything you do isn't a business. And you got to see if it makes sense financially for you to be doing it.
Well, I say this, goddammit, and I think every black person in America would agree. Nigga, it's my business, goddammit. Stay the fuck out of it.
That's what you saying. Until you turn 60 years old and you look up and you have to come see somebody who used to work in the place where I worked at once before in my life. And you come and see to this person and you say, hey, look, I'm 60 years old. I don't have anything saved up for retirement. I don't have anything saved up. I don't have any life insurance. I don't have anything to protect myself or my family. I don't have anything. Can you help me? And I have to actually look at these people and say to them, when I was doing that, I'm not sure.
What you mean you're not sure? 60?
I mean,
Niggas
I
know.
honestly,
Like,
because there are things out there.
Way to darken the mood, man.
They're going to cost. They're going to cost a ton of money. And you're going to have to put a ton of money into securing your future. But people don't think about that right now. As Davis has said, how old in 2024, these people, you couldn't put them on an island. These young men, you can't put them on an island and survive.
Fuck no.
Well,
They not thinking about the future.
It's really hard to survive on an island.
Not really.
Like,
Okay, unless you grew up in southern Georgia.
it
I'm telling you.
is.
Hey man, fucking what's called it did it in Castaway. He lasted 10 years.
Spearfish.
with a goddamn coconut.
Yeah, but if you talk to him when he first got there, I don't think he'd tell you it was easy.
It's really hard to survive on like an island, like a tropical island, bro. Like,
You kind of gotta go to the jungle, I guess. And even then,
And anyway, so what y'all thinking? How y'all thinking that Hawk mentioned it? You know, is there any solutions to this? You know, I went around a different way about getting to a solution. But you know, what say the rest of you guys?
As far as like supporting, like getting black businesses promoted more.
Yeah. Well, should we support them? Is it a good idea for them to identify themselves as black businesses? And if so, how do they increase the amount of money that they make? Because that's what it's all about. That's why they invest.
I'll say this, right? And I mean, I think it's your prerogative, right? You got to understand, like, if you go out and you advertise yourself as such, you got to understand that's who you're gonna market. That's who you're gonna target primarily. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, not to say that white people and Asian people don't support black business, but I don't think it's like a large number of them that do. So when you do say, hey, and you waving the black pride flag in front of your fucking brick and mortar, then you got to understand, like, that's typically who you gonna cater to. So, but me personally, my recommendation is probably that you shouldn't, and because, like, again, you're appealing to, you know, that demographic, and whether or not they willing to support you, it just literally ain't enough of them. And the ones that it is there that can afford it, it's very few of them. It's just like Scorpion said, they don't make a whole lot of money. So I think I would recommend, I would have to insist that you change the name.
Insist.
Yeah.
I think it all depends on the individual.
Insist.
the next episode, unapologetically, I don't know what that.
I think it all depends on the individual and based off what that individual wants and needs. Because I mean, each choice, you have a choice, right? You can either, and these are extremes, right? These are hypothetical extremes, but you can either bear the, you know, black business, you know, support black businesses, all that logo, and just market to black folk, and completely cut out other ethnicities of, you know, potential customers you can have. Just because, I mean, like, let's just be real, bro. Most people, most other races are scared of black folk. Let's just be completely 100% honest. They feel uncomfortable around us. Let's just get that out the way.
Who?
So you have that hypothetical over there, and then you have the one where you kind of sell out in a sense.
Nigga, we
If that makes sense,
around us.
you sell out and you market to everybody. I mean, I feel like each one has its pros and cons, and it depends on the person on what they pick.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
what
yeah.
they
Wait a
do.
minute, you saying a motherfucker that care about their businesses, they market to everybody, they sell out?
No, I'm saying that's how the people are going to see them. That's how your community is going to
Oh
see
well,
you.
I'm gonna say
I'm not
what?
saying you should care or not. I'm not saying you should care or not, but I'm saying that is how the black community will see you. Once they find out you're black owned and you marketing this, oh, you trying to please the white folk. You trying to do this, you trying to do that. Oh, you Uncle Tom. Like we all know how it goes.
Because they feel entitled.
Yeah, but like I said, each choice has its pros and cons. It all depends on you. Because don't get me wrong. I think if you market correctly to black folk and you keep your prices affordable, you can make some decent money in the black community. Granted, we are a minority in our country, but I think you can make some decent money. And it all depends on how well you want, how content you want to be. But in the event that you cross over, just know this other side comes with its pros and cons too. You marketing to everybody now, it comes with its pros and cons, just like the latter or former, however you want to,
If you got a black business and you want to be successful and you want to have staying power and longevity, you got to take the Kanye approach. I'm sorry, and that is market to white people. So that brought up a point that was interesting. He said the first black woman that walked in, she asked, "Was it free?" Understand, when you market, that's the mindset of the black customer. So knowing that going in, when you market to that person, what you just told everybody else is that your product is cheap. Quality means something to people. So if you're marketing to the person who wants it for free, then the person who's willing to spend $3,000 on it ain't buying yours. So you have to market to that person. And if you successfully do it, like Kanye did, then everybody, to include the black people, to include the black women, and to include the black man who is trying to impress that bitch, will say, I need that to impress that. I need that to fit in with that. I need that to be on the level with that person. So the only way for your business to be successful, especially a black business, and I'm a black dude saying this, is not to market black people at all. Market to upper class people. It just so happens that not a lot of them is black. Some of them are, but market to them, and then they'll push that shit down to everybody else. You get them to wear your shit, you get them to buy your shit, you get them to eat at your shit, and then they'll tell everybody else that this is where they need to go, and that will funnel the rest of the people. And eventually the black motherfuckers will show up because they sheep. But marketing to them is the quick way for your ass to go out of business.
I agree.
Well said.
I can fuck with it.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Hawk. Because again, everybody here in Shaw, if you're not, is familiar with my father's food truck back home in Houston. So my dad's food truck.
Hey, shout it out, man. Shout out your daddy business, bro. What's wrong with you? You better market.
I need a picture of it. I'm gonna throw it in the video.
Shout out your people, my boy. You can't mention your daddy business by saying what it is.
Yeah, man. Lottie's food truck.
What's the name of it?
You can even Lottie's food truck. People just calling it Lottie's now. I was just talking to my dad yesterday.
When I go to edit, I'm gonna throw a picture on there.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. It's just called Lottie's food truck right now. It was Lottie's barbecue, and then we changed the name to Lottie's Smokehouse, but right now he's just calling it Lottie's. We took out the barbecue, and now we're just calling it selling wings and chicken sandwiches now.
Over in Spring, Texas, huh?
Over in Spring, Texas. Thank you. I was just getting ready to make my point. It started out right down the street on Almeida Road, right down the street from Turkey Leg Hut. My dad was trying to get back to the black community, and he was marketing the black folks. He wasn't making any money there. In fact, he told me the day that he got pissed off the most was it was a group of 3 black guys that came, and they bought I want to say it was an 8-piece wing and some fries. Just one meal. You know, it was like one box between the three of them. They shared 8 pieces of wings and the fries. 3 guys walking together right down the street, eating wings and fries out of the same.
Yeah, they was hungry as hell.
My dad said he got pissed off. Yeah. So recently, my dad moved the truck down to Spring, Texas.
You trying to divide that last?
What? Everybody had 2.5 weeks.
He moved the food truck. He moved the truck. Yeah, he moved the truck down to Spring, Texas. It's a more upper class part of Houston. You know, and it's predominantly white. What's that?
I see it, bro.
It's lit. Lottie's barbecue. Get it.
There it goes. Yeah, but it's in Spring. It's in Spring, Texas now. It's a higher class part of Houston, predominantly white, and now my dad's turning over a profit. So that goes right back to what Hawk was saying. You know, if you really want to have a successful business, then you need to market to white people or people with a higher tax bracket.
Go ahead, big baby. Right.
The movies look kind of good now. Hold on. Till 2 a.m. Hey, I'm
saying this one more time, bro.
Status.
We are learning to do overlays. We don't need to do this.
Oh, okay.
He could have kept talking. I was gonna throw it on the video.
Yeah. Hey, we don't need to do all this. God damn it! Did you hear what Hulk said?
Now I gotta figure out how to chop around y'all making him pause his statement.
Can you see my screen?
So I need you to so Lottie, can you do like a little short advertisement right quick for him?
Yeah, send it.
For real, like be enthusiastic, nigga. Don't be sitting there like
we gonna tag him in this shit.
Like the shit is all like it might be good, it might not be good. You know what I'm saying? Like be for real, like this your dad's shit. Like
that shit up. Yeah, check that out.
Look, check it out. Lottie's food truck, located in Spring, Texas. We got some of the best chicken wings and best chicken sandwich you'll ever have in your life. Also, we also serve the best chocolate chip cookies. Nobody is topping what we doing over there in Lottie's food truck. So get on over there, get you a chicken sandwich, get you some wings. Make sure you ask for it. Make sure you ask for the cookies and also the cheesecake. Ain't nobody topping my dad's bacon and his bacon skills.
Anybody topping his bacon?
I thought he said bacon.
Nobody topping his bacon.
I'm gonna need you to work on that. I'm gonna need you to work on that advertisement.
You kind of put me on the spot there, Shaw.
I got an idea. I'm gonna run it by everybody. I got
an idea. He gonna make an ad out of it, bro. That's what he gonna do. And I already peeped that.
Yeah,
I already peeped that.
We gonna write something up for you, like
yeah. Bro, why you didn't say that? He got a whole website and everything, bro.
Yeah.
We sitting up here talking about supporting black businesses.
You gotta read the address. You gotta y'all cater. Like y'all got a number to call, place an order.
I'm looking at rib sandwiches and all kind of shit. I'm about to go try this shit out, son.
All right, we're gonna do the outro right quick.
Well, that was it. I mean, we didn't do the Davis didn't do the quote.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Y'all threw me with that one.
What do we leave off at?
Yeah,
nah, bro. We been rehearsing all week. You're supposed to already have this.
Yeah. All right, so you gonna have some work to do with this motherfucker right here.
No, it was solid until the end.
Yeah, I'm looking at the time. We cutting 23 minutes out.
Yeah, you got some work to do. Okay, so we're gonna roll into for our faithful followers out there. As y'all know, we always end off the night.
So wait. So let me back up. So big baby. So Davis, hey man, you always leave us with a quote. You know what I'm saying? What you got for us today?
So yeah, I always leave with a quote. You know what I'm saying? So the quote that I got, normally I hit y'all with some old MLK, but I'm gonna switch it up today because y'all weren't expecting that shit. All right. So I feel like this is a little bit more befitting for the topic at hand. Because we talked a lot about black businesses and business and stuff like that. Now at the end of the day, like, wasn't to discourage anybody from starting up a business or trying to be a entrepreneur or entrepreneur. Wasn't trying to discourage anybody from doing any of that. But I mean, if it's a dream of yours, hey, shit, stick with it, run with it. So the quote it's by Nelson Mandela. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Dope shit, right? So that means if you fall, better get your bitch ass up.
We
Damn.
And I'm
fall
out.
Up
So
until
we
27
get up.
1 hour, 27 minutes, and 15 seconds. We was solid. Then you threw them bitch asses out there. Better get your bitch ass up. You paraphrasing like a motherfucker.
All right. Hey,
So look, y'all. Hey, I'd like to thank y'all for joining us today. It was a great show. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Tell all your friends about us. We gonna be here. Minds and Melanin. Out.
Hey, boost this hoe up, goddamn it, shit. Post this hoe on TikTok, reshare this hoe on everything, goddamn.